I'm Jay Taylor. I'm here at the Metals Investor Forum. It's November 12th, 2021. And I'm here with Arness Cordick. He is an advisor to Puma Exploration Inc. It's a company that I started following about a year ago or so, I believe it is. With the company, what caught my eye was extensive surface samples that were very, very high grade. But my frustration was, well, what about the third dimension? The company finally started putting some holes in the ground, and they were not disappointing. I'm really happy to have Arness with me to fill you in on this story. Thank you for joining me, Arness.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks for having Puma. Puma Explorations is a gold exploration company in Atlantic Canada, specifically northern New Brunswick. And it is 3 hours from the company's head office in Rimouski. It's located in just 100 kilometers west of Bathurst, New Brunswick. It's an exciting gold play that originally it was drilled off in 1979, I believe, in year end. And they came up with 2.8 meters of 54 grams, and 100 meters away, another 23 meters of a gram. So the company decided to take the project on, and subsequent to that, they came up with the discovery of 50 grams in an outcrop in an area called O'Neill. Wow. So they focused on this O'Neill trend, and because of the overburden in New Brunswick is very shallow, 2 meters, they were able to go in there, do some sampling, trenching, and they came up with the samples, grab samples of 244 grams, 80 grams, in 3 specific areas of the project, right? All within a few hundred meters of each other. And what the company has done is they went in and they stripped it. They did some VTEM study, and they trenched VTEM, IP, and the samples they came up with in an area called the Links was 240 grams, 80 grams, 54 grams. Incredible so numbers. Quite high grab samples. So what the company did is just in the last few months went in with a drill program, focused specifically on the Links deposit. And what we did is we went in and we drilled 2,200 meters, 800 meters from one end to the other. And we've come up with our first discovery hole was, in our second hole was 50 meters of 5 grams.
That's incredible.
Spectacular, spectacular. And the reason why we went in and we drilled, the program was specifically designed to test the structure and also to determine whether the mineralization that we got on surface with the trench would go to depth. That 240 meter grab sample, we ended up getting 80 meters, I believe over a third of a meter down 45 meters, which was very significant. And the 50 meters of 5 grams, we ended up getting 80 meters, and it was down 45 meters also, right? So very, very high grade surface to depth. So that sort of confirmed the mineralization to depth. And what we've done also is we've done a number of, we extended the stripping and the trenching all the way up through the Links to the Chubby, which now we're looking at an area of approximately about 700 meters. The area that we've stripped is 50 meters by 200 meters. It's like a little open pit, but it's stripped, and we've moved that forward, and we've got a discovery of visible gold near Chubby, which all those samples are being in for assay. So the company is very, very aggressive. When you mentioned that you wanted to see the 3D version of the drilling, the company methodically has done what they needed to do to minimize the risk in drilling.
Sure.
And when you're in an area of New Brunswick where the 50 meters of 5 grams, if you see a photo of it, it's just stripped, and you can see the quartz veins sticking out of the ground, and they just drill straight through it. So,
well, certainly I know that I think you're in the same belt of rocks, the large, long, trending belt of rocks as an emerging giant of a deposit. We're talking about the Queensway, that is Newfound's
That's right.
project. And I know that Crescat Capital is invested in your story as well. And I believe that Quentin Henning is looking at this as a potential epizonal orogenic system.
Well,
And I know that if it's anything like the one at Newfound, they're not easy, necessarily simple to drill, but they really are rewarding if you find something like that.
well, one of the positives that we've done so far, this drill program that we did, 2,200 meters, we're going to increase that to 10,000 meters. And it's been all shallow. Now we're just in the process doing a 3D interpretation of our 3D data, which shows a number of targets that are at depth. And one thing I liked about what Quentin said is this thing could be either it's a cross, epithermal, epizonal,
Yeah.
right? So we've come up very successful on the shallow drilling, and I believe that the next phase of drilling,
Deeper.
we will drill some of the deeper holes and test some of those potentially epizonal targets, which would be quite spectacular to hit one of those.
Could be. You're in the right belt of rocks for sure. You have a bunch of assays coming back?
The assays we've got coming back, we've disclosed all our drill program.
Okay.
We've got a number of grab samples coming back that are north of the links that'll sort of extend mineralization. As I said in my presentation, that the grab samples actually we've gold 7 kilometers up the belt, but the number of samples we've got are focused in that 700 meter belt. And if you look at that 700 meter block relative to the 30,000 hectares that we have on the project, it's very, very small. So the upside potential is pretty significant.
The exploration potential is very significant.
Very significant.
You can drill pretty much through the year, I think. most
Yeah,
of the year.
the only time we're not drilling is probably a week
Christmas.
before Christmas and a week after Christmas. But
And you're well-funded to
we're
continue?
well funded. We'll be able to continue. Yes, we've got a
And,
number of warrants that are in the money right now.
Market cap now
About 45 million,
So it's a baby.
a baby, and
A
it's
baby.
it's a baby, and it's most people got to realize this is an early stage exploration project that is in a phenomenal belt of rocks, as we've seen all the way from North Carolina all the way to Delranian, with Newfound Gold,
That's right.
Marathon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Good pedigree.
Yeah, it really is. So I guess investors should just be watching, keeping their eye on whatever you're doing. You'll be continuing on through the.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a news flow all the way through the fall season, winter season.
I really look forward to it. It's one of these that I certainly have a few shares myself, and
Well, I'm glad you do.
want to make some money.
Yeah.
I'm counting on you guys.
Yeah, well,
Thank you so much, Arness.
thank you very much, Jay, for having us.
Really great to catch up with you.
Thank
And,
you.